What was we were just talking about before she started getting into the financial stuff. She just wanted to vent about Derrick Jaxn.
Yes.
What do you think of, as far as that whole situation with Derrick Jaxn?
Well, with regard to the Derrick Jaxn situation, I was unfamiliar with him. I had never heard the name until a few days ago. People started sending me the video, and they said that the radical black feminists on YouTube is starting a movement to shut down all of the male life coaches. So I was taken aback by that. Radical black feminists, which is basically sisters who see the black male as
it's not any one person.
It's not any one person.
You're saying as a group.
Right. Sisters who see the black male as the source of all of the black woman's problems. If there's a problem that the black woman has, it's the black man's fault. So they don't see racism. They don't see lack of opportunity. They don't see the black woman. All they see is the black man. It's always his fault. And the message was they intended to start a campaign to destroy all prominent black male life coaches on YouTube. So people were sending it to me as a warning or a heads up. So I took offense to it because unlike the Derrick Jaxns and the Kevin Samuels of the world, I actually have credentials. They don't. I'm actually a clinician. They're not. You understand? I actually been in the mental health field for 20 years. They haven't. And life coaching is probably the smallest piece of my overall puzzle of services that I offer to the community. Now, with that being said, looking at the Derrick Jaxn situation, there were certain contradictions I saw on the part of the sisters who were quote unquote exposing him. And I hate that word. But one contradiction, if you're doing this so his wife will know, if you're doing this to protect the sister involved, why not go to her confidentially, let her know what's been going on, and let her decide what she wants to do with it? Because if you look at the video that she did, it doesn't appear that she was in shock at all about what she heard. 9 times out of 10, she already knew what the man was doing because there was no shock on her part. None. There was no surprise whatsoever. So for these women to be arguing that they're exposing Derrick Jaxn to protect his wife, that is a total misrepresentation of the truth because you're disrespecting her more than you're disrespecting him because you're making her look bad. You're making her look like a fool. And you're just constantly putting out his information, which is a reflection on her as the wife. So that was feminist hypocrisy, number one. Number two, when I look at a lot of these women who are doing these Derrick Jaxn expose videos, I don't see any responsibility being laid at the feet of the women involved. All of them knew what they were doing. All of them knew what they were doing. Nobody has held them accountable yet. So the woman who voluntarily gets involved with the married man is a victim all of a sudden. And the total blame is put on the black male. And he was wrong. He had no right to be cheating on his wife. And he had no right, allegedly, bringing a woman into their home. Allegedly telling them that his wife's sex wasn't good. Allegedly talking about he left them. And allegedly not being forthcoming about the fact he had children. If those allegations are true, that's wrong. I could respect a man who says to these women, I'm married, I love my family, my kids, what we do is what we do, but it better never come to my wife. At least you're being upfront. But if he told them he was leaving his wife, then that was leading them on. Because now they can say, you told me that you guys were breaking up. But regardless, y'all knew he was still married at the time. You understand? And you still entered into a relationship with a married man knowing he was married. So it should be equal blame. And when I hear people say things like, well, those women were not a part of his marriage. They didn't take the wedding vow. Derrick Jaxn took the wedding vow. Well, to me, that is just as hypocritical as not holding the women involved responsible, because we are a community. And as a community, as a black woman, you are just as accountable to his wife as he is. Where is the sisterhood? Where is the community? Where is the all for one, one for all? To say these women are not responsible for what they did because they didn't take a marriage vow is the most European thing I heard all week. If you are a black woman and you care about other black women, then what you did to his wife is just as bad as what he did, if not worse. Let me say this and I'll be quiet.